I worked as a night guard in an old business center on the outskirts of the city. The building was strange in itself. It was built back in the 80s. Long, dark corridors, dim lamps, and an old elevator that constantly creaked. According to the documents, the building had 12 floors, but there was button 13 on the elevator panel. At first, I thought it was just a mistake. The button didn't light up and the elevator never went there. One night, around 3 o'clock, when I was sitting on the first floor drinking cold coffee, the elevator released itself. I heard him slowly descend from above. The doors opened. There was no one inside. I decided to go up to the top floor and check if anyone had entered the building. When I pressed button 12, button 13 suddenly lit up next to it. I didn't press it. The elevator went up. 12th floor. The door didn't open. The elevator continued to rise. Then I heard a sound that had never been heard before, as if the elevator went even higher where there should be no floors. After a few seconds, the doors opened, but it was not the floor of the building. Before me was a long corridor with gray walls and dim red light. The ceiling was low, and the air seemed cold and damp. I took one step out of the elevator and immediately felt a strange silence. There was no ventilation, no electricity, nothing. At the end of the corridor stood the figure of a man. It was motionless. I thought that it was just someone from the employees. "Hey," I shouted, "the room is closed." The figure slowly turned its head, but her face was completely black, as if it simply didn't exist. At that moment, the elevator began to close. I turned sharply and rushed back. The doors were almost closed when I managed to put my hand out. The elevator closed and began to descend. I breathed heavily and tried to convince myself that it was just a dream or a hallucination. When the elevator reached the first floor, I looked at the panel. Button 13 was no longer there. I thought maybe I just hadn't noticed it before. But when the day shift came in the morning, I asked the senior guard, "Listen, do we have the 13th floor?" He looked at me strangely. "No, it was poured with concrete during construction." "Why?" He remained silent for a while. "Because the workers started disappearing." After that, I never used the elevator again at night. But sometimes, about 3 a.m., I hear the elevator going up to the 12th floor, and it stops, as if someone is leaving.